Sonic's Green Hills Adventures Season 3 Chapter 13 Spielwerk. Dr. Denman's point of view.
I was enjoying a smoothie when they walked in, but now I saw a third one and they were with a teenage girl with hot pink and dark teal hair. Then the grey one pointed me out. So much for undercover. Time to be direct. So I motioned for my small team to wait while I went over there. Hello, I heard about these two over the news. So what are they, miss? I asked with a fake smile. The creatures glared at me and backed away a little bit.
So you must be Dr. Denman. For your information, we're supernatural hedgehogs. Also, don't even think about doing to us what you did to Cleve, Rick, and Emma. We don't want to hurt anyone, but we want to go without a fight.
The blue hedgehog said as he held the girl protectively. That was odd. This was going to be interesting for sure. Can you at least tell me your names? I just wanted to meet you is all. I asked happily as they let their guard down.
I'm Sonic. This is my older brother, Silver my new little brother, and Marina my girlfriend.
Sonic replied confidently. Hearing that last part caught me off guard, but I kept my composure. Well, it was nice to meet you, for I hope to see you later, I said as I head back to my table. I decided to spy on them before doing what I did last time with the mermaids. I felt like I needed more info and that there's more going on than I'm seeing on the surface.
Sonic's point of view.
I knew something off when I noticed the way Dr. Denman smiled. Guys, I think we need to keep an eye out for her. She's up to no good, I said as we sat at a table.
I agree. That smile was obviously fake.
Shadow said as Silver and Marina nodded in agreement. I decided to call Lewis while we waited for our smoothies.
Hey Sonic, what's up?
Lewis asked once he answered. I'm afraid of some bad news. Dr. Denman is in town. In fact, she here at Wreck Escape as I speak. We spoke with her and made it clear to her that we know about her darker side and that we're not gonna fall for it. I explained sheepishly.
Are you serious? Well, be careful, she tricked me before even though I knew to not trust her, so don't be fooled.
Lewis said seriously. We will buy. I sat and hung up.
So what did he say, Sonic?
Marina asked nervously as I put my phone away. He said she's a really good manipulator, and to not let her fool us. I replied as we started to enjoy our smoothies.
Oh well then! That's kind of terrifying. Good thing we're keeping our guard up.
Silver said fearfully. Then my phone rang. It was Donut Dad. Hey Donut Dad, what's up? I asked casually.
Hey Sonic, can you guys look after me for a few hours? And then have to go to meet with your phone's parents about some radiologist in town.
Donut Dad replied seriously. Of course. Hey Shadow, do you think you can choose control us back to Charlotte's house? I said as I hung up.
Why?
Shadow replied in concern. Donut Dad needs us to look after Annika for a few hours. I replied confidently as we finished our smoothies.
Well, let's get going, shall we?
Shadow said as we started to get up.
Linda saw that they were leaving, so she followed them as stealthily as she possibly could. They went into Charlotte's house, so Linda went to a window that was conveniently slightly open. Now she could not only see but listen in on what they were up to.
You're going from Monica. They'll be back before you know it.
Tom said as he gently patted Sonic's head.
How so they're babysitting that human baby? Okay, this is perfect now to record them.
Linda thought as she got her phone out and turned on her camera. Meanwhile, with Sonic and the gang, they were playing with Annika.
So what are we going to do about Dr. Denman? He can't find out about our new side.
Silver asked nervously as Annika was snuggling into his chest fur.
Yeah, especially Marina. No one would suspect a thing about you.
Sonic added seriously as he began to pace.
Oh, calm down, Sonic, you're freaking out. Just relax.
Marina said as she put her hands on Sonic's shoulders to put his pacing to a halt. Then she rubbed the back of one of Sonic's ears, which caused him to purr.
Thanks, Marina, and you're right. We need to keep our heads.
Sonic said as he sat back on the couch. Suddenly, Shadow's ears began to twitch as he started to feel uneasy.
Hey guys, can we go to Cleve's house? I feel uneasy here, like someone is watching us.
Shadow whispered shakily but loud enough for his brothers and Marina to hear.
Sure, let me get the baby stuff. It'll take just a second.
Sonic whispered back. Then he dashed around the house to do just that.
Gret, let's give Clea a heads up and tell Dad that we're going there.
Shadow said as he and Sonic pulled out their phones. 3 minutes later, they were done and left the house. Dr. Denman's point of view.
I couldn't believe it. They are hiding something. I wonder what Sonic meant about Marina though. I, even more stealthily, followed them. A few minutes into following them, they started having a conversation.
Mananek is so cute. She's lucky to have 3 amazing brothers like you.
Marina said as she side-hugged Sonic.
He thanks Marina.
Sonic said and then kissed Marina on the cheek. So Sonic has a human baby sister and wasn't kidding about dating a human earlier. I knew my plans were a perfect way to stop that for good.
Hey, maybe when this all over we can have that date we talked about.
Marina suggested.
Oh, definitely. It'll be the perfect way to celebrate the end of this scientist crisis.
Sonic said excitedly in agreement as Cleo's house came into view. Once they were inside, I looked for a spot of the house that would allow me to listen in. I finally found it and started recording again.
As Cleo let them in, she said to got to her room for now since the discussion was still happening.
We'll do Cleo and thanks.
Sonic said quietly as they quietly went upstairs as to not interrupt the meeting. Kim saw them as her jaw dropped. She, being the curious one, followed them.
Hi, I'm Cleo's sister Kim. Mind if I hang out up here? I was a little bored down there.
Kim said hopefully.
Sure. And it's nice to meet you, Kim.
Silver said as Cleo left the room. After they introduced themselves, Marina looked at Sonic and saw he looked down.
Hey, are you okay, Sonic?
Marina asked as she took his hand supportively.
To be honest, no, missing my tail, my merhug one that is. I can't wait for this to be over so we can swim Mako Island again.
Sonic replied.
And follow me, Sonic, we have a bathtub if you miss it that much.
Kim said as she walked the bathroom with Sonic following her.
Thanks, Kim. I've been so stressed out and this will definitely calm my nerves down.
No problem. So do you need me to get a towel or do you have Ricky's power?
Kim asked quickly before she could forget.
I've got Reika's power.
Sonic said as he gave Kim a thumbs up. Kim nodded and went back to Clee's room. Dr. Demon's point of view.
Once I saw that they were heading to the second floor, I sunk into the backyard and took out my spy drone that was a small size, which is perfect when you don't want to get caught in the act, and I positioned it more freely. I set to record what it saw once it was where I wanted to be. So I guided it to Cleo's room for a hunch told me they were in there. I then sat back and watched to see what they were up to. So what's your story, guys?
Kim asked casually as they all got comfortable, and Silver put Aneka in a portable crib Sonic brought with him.
Oh well, we should wait for Sonic first since it begins with him.
Kim asked casually as they all got comfortable, and Silver put Aneka in a portable crib Sonic brought with him.
Wow, really, that got me already invested.
Kim said excitedly as they all laughed. Dr. Demon realized Sonic wasn't in there, so she waited.
I wonder how long Sonic is gonna be staring at that amazing tail of his in the bathroom.
Marina asked as she giggled while picturing him do that. Dr. Demon gasped in delight shock as she guided the drone into the bathroom without anybody noticing. Luckily for her, the drone doesn't make any noise when flying and hovering. Meanwhile, Sonic was lost in thought as he silently admired his shimmering bluefish tail. In thought,
Well, I guess this is the Goon Incident Australia edition, but still something about this seems like it's even more serious and dangerous than that time. I don't want to let Marina and my brothers get captured by that psycho.
Sonic said quietly to himself as he felt tears fall down the sides of his muzzle from the mere thought of it.
With Sonic calm down, everything will be fine.
Sonic scolded himself, however a thought came into his head that scared him even more.
What about our mermaid friends? We cannot allow her to find out that they still had their powers.
Sonic thought in a panic as he quickly drained the tub and steam dried off.